baby. Let's go. We got the Giants.
We are celebrating. We have the Giants taking down the Vikings. Got on PSR this morning on Patriot Sports Radio. I vouch. I put my arm on the line, my whole heart on the line, saying that we were going to take this today. Gave them the reason why. I'm going to back it up today. I mean, wow. All right, first and foremost, 31-24. I think Giants Nation was very confident we were going to take this. Had the illustrious Nikki Gist earlier this week breaking down this particular matchup in my podcast. Everybody knows her, Giants Rush, Third on Third podcast, right for the sporting news. This woman right here, man, is the shit when it comes to the tri-state area sports, especially the Giants up in Jersey. Know her stuff, and we both broke this down, and everything we just said, boom, fruition today. All right, first and foremost, Brian Daboll needs to get the Coach of the Year, and if that doesn't happen, there's gonna be a freaking riot up in New York, up in New Jersey, up in Long Island. It doesn't matter where, man. Everybody, listen, Florida is a sixth borough where I currently live now after I relocated because I don't like the cold. It doesn't matter. Florida is a sixth borough. We're going to have a caravan of people driving down, all right, to wherever the NFL headquarters is if nobody gives Brian Daboll the Coach of the Year. Why? Because this dude deserves it. First game of the season, he was aggressive, going on a 4-1, and then in the play, for the win, going for the 2-point conversion. Today, third quarter, fourth down, 3 minutes left, Giants territory, boom, deliver the win. This guy had a game plan today, knew what he was needed to execute in the road, while being on the road, hostile environment, right? With a team that was, 13-3, great offense, 10 comeback wins in the year. It doesn't matter how many wins they had. It doesn't matter how many comeback wins they have. Guess what? We whipped that ass. We took them 31-24. Salud, baby. Keontae's in the building. I'm going to be a little more obnoxious and a little more louder today because I am happy. All right, first playoff win in a while. Giants are back. Look, let me tell you something, bro. Brian Daboll had a game plan. And this is the first thing I want to take out of this game plan, right? Justin Jefferson had himself a lockdown performance. Not because he was big. It's because the Giants locked down his ass all day today. My man had 7 receptions for 47 yards. Listen, the plan was to make sure that Jefferson did not get his, okay? 7 receptions, 47 yards for a stud, for the best receiver in the game. That's nothing. My man was unchanged today. Shackles locked the F down. Again, had his game. Let Hawkinson get his. 10 receptions, 129. I don't care. That was the game plan. Lock down the big dog and let the Giants do the rest. Now let's go back to the Giants side, man. Wow. Listen, one thing, I was on, and I'm going to digress a lot today. I was on the Patriot Sports podcast like I am every Monday in Wake and Rake. Check those guys out. Great podcast. Real stuff. All right. Betting props, breakdown analysis. Those guys are great. I'm there every Sunday morning, man. I've been doing it now for the last 6 weeks. And one of the things that I was saying when it came to my time to talk about the Giants was time of possession. The Giants need to control time of possession, make it ugly. The ugly part wasn't there because they looked flawless on offense. But they needed to control time of possession if they were going to have a chance. All right? They needed to control it and also have the more time of possession. They were going to have a chance in upsetting the Vikings today. They did that. 33 minutes and 36 seconds as opposed to 26 minutes. 28 first downs. All right? They converted 7 out of 13 third downs. 2 for 2 total for fourth downs. Huge. That was huge today, man, in this matter. All right? I mean, I'm not even going to the real nitty-gritty yet. I just want to give you these top highlights here, all right? Rushing yards. That's what we do. That's the Giants' identity. We rush the ball with Saquon and Danny Dimes. That's the way it's been. Danny Dimes rushed for over 700 yards this year, all right? You look at that goofy bastard, and you do not see anything that resembles athleticism whatsoever with this guy. But guess what? That guy can actually run. May not look good, may not look great, but he's nimble. He has moves. He can move in the pocket and run whenever he can. We knew that since his rookie year. We know that. But again, it showcased today. But again, key stats. We had 28 first down. All right, we rushed for 11 of them, passed for 15. It was such a well-balanced attack. We converted 7 out of 13 third down. Freaking huge. Total yards, 431. And we controlled our bread and butter, which is 142 rushing yards today over the over the Vikings, who had 61. That's what we do. That's our identity. And when we actually are able to pass the ball, all right, total of net 289 passing yards over 271 for a team that is a predominant passing football team, is a passing attack, all right, for a team that definitely, that's their identity, which is the Vikings, who has the best receiver in the game. Let's freaking go. We shut them down. What up, Patriot Sports? My boys, what is up, baby? These guys, man, tomorrow they're going to be on fire as well. Listen, the Giants did something that hasn't been done in a while. Look, Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley pulled that 2011 energy from Eli Manning. I just don't remember who the running back was back then. But they pulled that energy, man. And we had one of those games where our defense played some situational, stops. Because, they allowed 24 points. But they're allowed to play some situational stops like they did in that last time. Look, Kirk Cousins is going to Kirk, right? Captain Kirk is going to Kirk. That last play where he just, checked down to Hawkinson tells you everything, right? His boy Jefferson was so locked down, baby. He was in death row. It is insane. Again, let me get back to the nitty-gritty. I think I broke off when I was breaking down that legendary performance by Daniel Jones, who I think Daniel Jones went ahead and summoned his inner Eli Manning. Because that's what Eli Manning used to do. That goofy bastard used to go ahead and do his thing when the lights shine the brightest, right? In the playoffs. And Daniel Jones today, all right, and I'm the biggest critic of Daniel Jones right here. I've been bashing that goofy bastard, and I've been all over him. But let me tell you, this year he definitely is going to gain that contract just with this playoff win. 301 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. He was not just he was hitting he was throwing some great balls, hitting some receivers on stride. Come on, man. What else can you say about this guy? The man went out there today and bowled out of his mind. 17 attempts on the ground, 78 rushing yards. Part of this insane rushing attack. The identity of the Giants is rushing the football over and over again, and it's been together. It's been a dual attack. It's been a complete dual attack between Danny Dimes, all right, and also Saquon Barkley, who's your stud, of course. Talking about Saquon Barkley, man. Had himself 2 rushing touchdowns, 53 yards on the ground. Great job. 5 receptions, 56 receiving yards. You can't complain about that. Isaiah Hodgins, the man has caught a touchdown in his last 2 freaking games. And guess what? Another touchdown in the playoffs. It is what it is. The man not only is catching just touchdowns, but I'm going to tell you right now, also put himself a nice game with 8 receptions and 105 yards. Oh, the comments are coming in. Yes, Alpha, Armchair Athletics. Jefferson, they did throw to Jefferson, all right? He had 9 freaking targets, all right? He only could and had 7 receptions. They just had the right game plan to lock his ass down for 47 yards. And the Vikings, it is garbage. That's why Daniel Jones came out firing. That's why Brian Daboll deserves that damn coaching job of the year, because he is just a complete stud. Doing it with a lot less than Peterson, doing it with a lot less than whoever the next guy is up. That's why. Yes, their defense is garbage. That's why Daniel Jones ate them all up. Oh, man. Yeah, Patriot Sports, you're right, man. I think we did hit the Barkley prop for sure. Absolutely, man. We were talking about it this morning. So, anyway, let's get back to the nitty-gritty. He did have, look, it doesn't matter. He had 9 targets in the game, all right? Fucking 9 targets. You got to catch a touchdown out of the 9 targets and get at least 100 yards. But anyway, we're going back to what we're saying here. Look, Saquon Barkley had himself a master. Look, Brian Daboll came here with a game plan, right? The game plan was to make sure that we let anybody else eat but Jefferson. Number 2, let's make sure that we keep our identity straight. Let's throw early. Let's get them off balance, have a balanced attack. And they did. They did. This Giants game today, I look right now, when we look at these stats, we threw for over 300 yards, and then we rushed for another 142 yards. The problem here is that, the Vikings could not get anything going on the ground, and guess what, man? At the end, look, you have Kirk Cousins, who's supposed to be your guy, who had a great season this year, right? Unbelievable season, but did not perform when he counted to. Look at the last play alone. He checked down to freaking Hawkinson, all right? It's freaking Hawkinson, all right? Forget about it. We came in to win. They came in to lay down. It doesn't matter. That's what we do. That's what the Giants came to do. I've been calling it all week. I wasn't afraid of the Vikings. And guess what? We weren't, and we took that victory today. Great job. Again, I cannot just stop mentioning how much of a great job Brian Daboll has done. I am so glad we went with Brian Daboll as opposed to Brian Flores. Great wine. This is like a great Pinot here I'm drinking right now. And I'm so glad because guess what? This guy came in here and absolutely saved Daniel Jones' career. Daniel Jones' career for sure. He saved Daniel Jones' career right here by building an offense suited for his skill set. And that's what he did. And tonight we saw his skill set in full displayed for Danny Dimes, all right? Hey, there was nothing great downfield, but he still threw for 300 yards, all right? Hit his receivers in stride. I mean, look at his receivers. Isaiah Hodgins. Tell me who the hell Isaiah Hodgins in, and if anybody picked his ass in fantasy football. No, nobody drafted him. And I'll guarantee if he got picked once or twice towards the end of the season for his injuries, you'll be lying. All right? We know Slayton. Slayton was hurt most of the year. All right? What about Richie James? Nobody picked up Richie James in fantasy. Come on, man. Look at Bellinger with a touchdown. All right, he was working with a bunch of dishwashers and busboys. No disrespect to those occupations, but they're not suited to be NFL players. And that's what he had. All right, this is what Brian Daboll had to in order to work with. And he has made a winning season and a win in the playoffs. So it is what it is. All I know is that, look, it's just, I mean, the right play, the right game set. It is, right now, the tri-state area, it is flying high. Let me tell you something. The Irish pubs are on fire right now in Manhattan. All right, down in Queens, all right. Jersey is blowing up, everything up the turnpike, and they're going crazy right now with this victory. Look, we got a tough matchup in the next round. I mean, it doesn't matter, but we are going to do what we're going to do. And, look, it's great. It's great. The Giants, and look, I'm going to agree with Armchair Athletics over here. The Giants made one of the best coaching wins in the NFL this year, right there with Doug Peterson with the Jags last night. Again, we were better prepared. We came in, and we executed better than the Vikings. Again, it's not a knock against the Vikings, but this is what they do. They come in here, the better team, the better staff. They come in every single season. Look, Kirk Cousins has that narrative of Dak Prescott. We'll see what's going to happen with Dak tomorrow night, but I have a feeling it's going to go the same way as Kirk Cousins, Captain Kirk over here the next week. And look, and no, don't knock against Kirk Cousins here. He had himself a good game. He didn't do anything stupid. 273 passing yards, 31 for 39. That's great freaking ratio, 2 touchdowns. But look, they couldn't muster. The Giants had a game plan defensively, right? Lockdown Jefferson. Dalvin Cook was nowhere to be found. And, I mean, I think Madison didn't even get a single rushing attempt. So, hey, man, again, the better team that's prepared, it's the team that's going to win regardless of record. That's what I'm saying. That's just the bottom line. Oh, man. It was great. It was great. It's been a while. It has been a while since the Giants have been in the postseason and have been successful. Look, they're one of the Blue Bloods. Like I mentioned all week long. If we go back, I had 3 shows, man, breaking down each of the playoff wild card matchups this week. And I'm going to tell you right now, Giants are one of the Blue Bloods in the NFL. Hold on, I this is like some really good wine, guys. I gotta hit this right in the middle of the podcast. Magnifico. Wait, the Magnifico. All I got to say is the Giants, right, are one of the Blue Bloods of the NFL. They're right there. So when you got teams like the Giants, the 49ers, the Packers, right, give a shout out to the Cowboys, too, because they're Blue Bloods. They're the history of the NFL, right? These guys can definitely do it. And when they're winning, when they're in the playoffs, when they're in the postseason, it's just a different vibe, right? It's just a different buzz. It's just a different feeling that they have. It's just everything is completely different. That's why the Giants need to be relevant, right? That's why they got to win. That's why they got to be successful. So like that, we have a different feeling here in the NFL. But again, man, your boy's riding high today. I am riding super high today. I am definitely loving this. Enough. I cannot give enough credit to Brian Dable and the execution and his plan. Listen, dude, I'm going to say it right now. The first game of the season when he did his 2-point conversion for the win, I said the dude has the biggest cojones, all right, in the NFL for a first-time head coach, first NFL game, but it worked out. I'm going to say that again. My man Brian Dable has the biggest cojones, all right, in the freaking league, all right? 4th and 1, going for it on his own territory, game on the line, even though he was up. Look, it could have gone the other way. Boom, difference maker. Danny Dimes had himself some throws today. Hit some guys, clutch. And let me tell you something, the game would have been over a lot earlier if Slayton hadn't dropped that pass where he was wide open, would have taken it for the win, baby. That would have been it. Unreal, man. You got to go big. Hey, look, hey, it's probably Chris from Armchair Athletics. Shout him out real quick. Go check these guys out. Check the Trenches, the first ever fantasy football competition, reality fantasy football competition. He's right. Go big or go home. Sometimes he works for some people, but he works for my man, BD, baby. BD is the coach of the year. I'm going to keep saying this over and over again. And again, impromptu podcast real quick. Did a quick live. Technical difficulties and all, man. You know, we got the wine. Your boy's going to hit a cigar shortly here, man. We are in Miami, which the temperature's in the 50s. Unlikely, but hey, we're going to keep partying tonight, man. I'm off tomorrow, man. It's MLK, baby. Martin Luther King's day, and I'm off. I'm off from work. I'm going to keep partying tonight. Appreciate that. Look, Giants, great win. Celebrate this today, Giants Nation, together blue. And let's think about the next matchup. But anyways, we are on a high right now. Let's, as a Giants Nation, and look, today I'm not being biased. I'm not being like neutral. I'm being so biased because that's my squad. Look, we're going to celebrate this win. Go back to the drawing board next week. Let's see what we have. And you know what? Hey, we look good today. We could pull an offset, an offset to anybody. I think we could do this all day, every day. All right. We could definitely do this against anybody. We won a championship in 2007 against the greatest quarterback of all time. Undefeated season. We stopped that. 2011 again. They were like, what? Maybe they're not going to pull it off again. They can't beat Tom Brady 2 times in a row. Guess what? We did it. We definitely did it. Hold on a second. I got it. Look. Look at that sound. That sounds beautiful, right? That's a great pour. It's going to be a late night tonight, man. Late night tonight. All right, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Whoever joined on and listened, I appreciate you all. Giants Nation, let's take this. Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Podcast signing out. Peace.